Dear teachers, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to Know It All, the World Teachers Quiz 2020. Before we take you into the quarter-final here today, it's our pleasure and privilege to introduce to you your host, a teacher, an academic, an alumnus of NITK Surathkal, where she went on to actually become a professor. She decided to pursue her passion for being a knowledge show host and has been an excellent one at that over the last decade. She's the only lady to have hosted shows across Asia in the quizzing domain. She is also the co-founder of the TeacherTribe.world, which actually brings this quiz to you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to welcome our host today, Miss Rashmi Furtado.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first ever World Teachers Quiz, Know It All by TeacherTribe.world. Conceptualized by a veteran in education with over 30 years of experience, a poet, a writer, a teacher herself, Mrs. Rama Ranganathan. TeacherTribe.world and TCS Ion came together to take her concept global. TeacherTribe.world has just one simple objective, that is to celebrate the teacher. With over 12,000 teachers taking part from all over the world, we have shortlisted 32 top contestants for the quarterfinals. We have completed one quarterfinals and the educators, the teachers played really well. And now we move on to the second quarterfinal. Let's get to know our quarterfinalists. First up, we have Chandrima Sanyal from National Public School, Yashwantpur, Bangalore. There she is. Next, we have Dhanush Reddy from Teja Vidyalaya, Kodad. Following him, we have Dilip Chaudhary from KPS, Raipur. Hema Amble from National Public School, HSR, Bangalore. Kanchan Bhagwat from Shivnadar School, Gurgaon. And we have Priya Sriram from Orchid School, Pune. Prakhar Anand from the Aryan International School, UP. We also have Shiba Thomas from MGM Central Public School, Kerala. Unfortunately, because of some unforeseen circumstances, she couldn't join us here today, but she was actually in the second quarterfinal. Moving on to the rules of the game. I have 10 questions in all for our contestants here today. All 10 questions on the buzzer. Remember, this is a qualifier round, so it is all about qualifying to the semi-finals and not so much about winning this round. If you press the buzzer and get it right, you get a +1. If you get it wrong, you get a -1. At any point in time, if you press the buzzer while I'm still reading out the question, I will stop reading the question right there and expect you to answer the question. Also, once you press the buzzer, you will not have any time to think, so you will have to immediately give me the answer. Once I read out the question, I will wait for about 5 to 7 seconds, and within that time, if no one presses the buzzer, the question will lapse and I will move on to the next question. Nothing appears on screen, so all of you will have to listen to what I have to say. And that's all for the rules. Let's quickly get into the questions. Question number 1 for all of you. There are only 2 square-shaped country flags in the world. One of them is the Swiss national flag. Which one is the other? All right, we have most of them going on the buzzer there. Prakhar, the first one to go on the buzzer. Yes, you can unmute yourself and speak.
Okay, Vatican City and Switzerland.
All right, it says Vatican City and Switzerland. I mentioned Switzerland, but he's absolutely right. +1 to you. Vatican City is what I was looking for. And yes, he got that right. I said country and he got it absolutely right. The country word there was a trick, but he got it right. Moving on to question number 2, right here. The penny black was the world's first. All right. They do not allow me to complete my question. Mr. Dhanush there going on the buzzer. Yes, Dhanush?
It's the world first adhesive stamp.
He says world's first adhesive stamp. +1 to you. You're absolutely right. Penny black, the first adhesive stamp in the world. Moving on, question number 3. Which unlikely company, better known for its phones, is behind the construction? All right, not allowing me to complete the question. Ms. Chandrama is on the buzzer. Yes, ma'am, you can unmute yourself and speak.
Nokia?
She says Nokia. I think she got carried away when I said unlikely company and better known for phones. Unfortunately, -1, ma'am. If you had allowed me to complete the question, my question would have been, which unlikely company better known for its phones is behind the construction of Burj Khalifa, Taipei 101, and the Petronas Towers? All right, teachers, no points. But if one of you know the answer, you can tell me the answer.
It is Samsung.
Samsung. If you had gone faster on the buzzer, Mr. Dilip, you would have definitely got a +1 for that. But yes, Samsung, the answer I was looking for. The construction vertical of the Samsung group, of course. All right. Samsung, the answer I was looking for. Unfortunately, Ms. Chandrama getting that wrong. Moving on to question number 4. Here we go. Indo-Chinese, Malayan, Sumatra, Siberian. All right. Not allowing me to complete the question. Mr. Dhanush is on the buzzer. He's on +1, but he's taking risks here today. Yes, Dhanush, go on.
They're all the type of tigers.
All the type of tigers, he says. +1 to you. You're absolutely right. If I had continued the list, the most easiest one of all would be the Royal Bengal. And that would have been a giveaway, but he got it right even before I completed the question. So I guess he's done a lot of homework and good preparation. +1 to Mr. Dhanush. We have completed 4 questions. Let me quickly give you a sneak peek of the score. We have Mr. Dhanush on 2, Prakhar on 1, and Ms. Chandrama right now on -1, but we still have 6 more questions to go. It's very easy for her to bounce back. A lot of time, many more questions to go. Moving on to question number 5. Here we go. What is the collective noun for a group of owls? Okay, most of the teachers have gone on the buzzers, but Ms. Chandrama is the first one to go on the buzzer. Yes, ma'am.
Parliament?
Parliament, she says. +1 to you. You're absolutely right. Given the amount of hooting the owls do, I think Parliament is a good name, collective noun that they have. +1 to her. She's absolutely right. Moving on to question number 6. Here we go. What ceremony did Shuko, the 15th century Japanese monk, introduce that is now considered an intrinsic part of the Japanese culture? We have Ms. Kanchan going on the buzzer. Yes, ma'am.
Tea ceremony.
Tea ceremony. +1 to you. You're absolutely right. I somehow have the feeling these teachers are very, very well prepared. Almost all the questions have gone answered, with probably just one going wrong. This looks like an absolutely amazing preparation from their end. Let's move on to question number 7. Long Walk to Freedom is the autobiography. Mr. Prakhar, first one on the buzzer. Yes, sir.
Okay, written by Nelson Mandela.
Nelson Mandela. +1 to you. Absolutely right. Nelson Mandela, the answer I was looking for, and he gets that right. Moving on, question number 8. Here we go. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Okay, again, they are just not letting me complete the question. All right, Ms. Kanchan on the buzzer. Yes, ma'am.
Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali. Absolutely no nonsense. She knows it. Muhammad Ali, +1 to you. Absolutely right, ma'am. 2 more questions remaining. Before we get to the penultimate question, let me tell you where all our teachers stand in terms of score. We have Ms. Kanchan on 2, Mr. Dhanush on 2, and Mr. Prakhar on 2. Rest of the teachers are still on nil, but with 2 more questions to go, they can still qualify to the semi-final. Unless, of course, one of these teachers who are on 2 decide that they will take a negative and then force a tiebreaker. Well, they're smiling. I don't think they're going to plan to do anything of that sort and stay away from the buzzer. But all right, 2 more questions to go. Penultimate question. Here we go. Beef steak, plum, cherry, grape, Campari, tomberries are all varieties of which fruit? Miss Kanchan going on the buzzer. She's on 2 points already and she's risking it. Yes, ma'am.
Tomatoes.
Tomato, she says, +1 to you. Wow, she is absolutely well prepared. That's extremely good, ma'am. We have just 1 more question remaining and she's on 3 already. Well, let's see what happens. The last question of this quarterfinal. Whose philosophy and teachings would you find in the book Analects? No one going on the buzzer. Let me repeat the question again. Whose philosophy and teachings would you find in the book Analects? Analects. A great philosopher. Someone we definitely know about. And if I'm not wrong, we even learned about this person in our school, you know. All right, no one going on the buzzer and the question lapses because we have crossed the 7 seconds of time that we had. The answer I was looking for was Confucius, the Chinese philosopher, and we've definitely read a lot about him even in our school textbooks. That's the reason I said teachers should have known it. They would have definitely heard it in school. All right, let's move on to the tiebreakers as we have to identify our 4th semi-finalists. What was completed in 1931 and stands 98 feet tall in the most and is the most photographed man-made structure of South America? Mr. Dilip going there on the buzzer. He goes first on the buzzer. Yes, sir.
The Christ Redeemer.
He's absolutely right. Mr. Dilip Chaudhary qualifying to the semi-final from KPS Raipur. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen, our 4 semi-finalists from the 2nd quarter-final. Let me just read out their names to you. Ms. Kanchan, Mr. Dhanush, Mr. Dilip, and Mr. Prakhar. All of them will move to the semi-final. You stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We have 2 more quarterfinals coming up. Stay tuned.